Hey everyone, it's me, Chris, from Body Nova Fitness Coaching, and I wanted to talk a little bit about frequency here because I've just finished writing a 3-day-a-week workout program. It's to help people transform who don't have a lot of time. It's about a 6-month program, but it's called Maximum with the Minimum. That name might change before I get it all looking pretty and all that stuff. But anyway, in order to use something like that, you might want to, we're going to take a look deep into frequency, the frequency that you perform workouts when you work body parts or just anything that you're looking to do. Because like I've mentioned in other videos, frequency also influences volume. And when we mean by volume, is the amount of work being done. But this is just going to be in a different way. So, with that being said, we'll get into this here. Okay, so up here I have two examples here. This example one, and this is very common. So when most people work their body parts, or just even with this program, they want to work out on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I just made the workouts like they are in the program. So chest and back would be one day, legs day 2, and day 3 shoulders, biceps, and triceps. So normal week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, people take the weekends off and go do what they do, and that stays pretty uniform. So let's just say I did 10 sets per body part. So every 7 days you would get 10 sets for each body part. Okay, and each workout, like I have down here, each workout would be done 4 times in 30 days. So most people, they can perform a workout 6 times without it losing effectiveness. All right. So in this second example, okay, this is a 5-day instead of a 7-day. Now remember, if when you look in the research, muscle groups, in a very simple way of looking at it, muscle groups can be worked between 5 and 9 days, but we seem to just split it right down the middle and take 7. One of the things, no matter what you're doing, okay, if your lifestyle supports the recovery can happen within 5 to 9 days. So, but we stay with the same over time. So with those principles of exercise science, one of them being what? Adaptability. So eventually you will get better at recovering from workouts. So 7 may have to become 6 eventually, may eventually have to become 5, or you can do more work during the workout. But if that's impossible, you're smashing yourself already, or there's a lot of time constraints, like you work out during a lunch hour. This being more frequent with the workouts, if you have that the ability to come in more often, can work as giving yourself more volume or more work here. Because as you see with this, it's every 5-day model. So if I hit chest and back here on Monday, then I'll go legs Tuesday, maybe take Wednesday off, shoulders, biceps, tries on Thursday, take Friday off, chest and back repeats again 5 days later on Saturday. Okay, and then so legs 5 days later on Sunday, and the cycle just goes and goes and goes. Okay, so how this winds up being, if you're getting 10 sets, if you're looking at per 7-day period, you're now getting 2 workouts for each body part, or 10 sets for each 7-day period when you're looking at each body part. So your volume has gone up, okay? As opposed to when you're looking at the other model, it would be 7 days, 10 sets for each body part, 7 days, 8th day, cycle repeats itself. Okay, so, but here it's a little bit faster. So now you're getting a little bit more volume of work. You're getting more, and also sometimes it also supports your strength. I know, it was years back, I had Jason Cusick wrote me a strength program, and and this is where it kind of started the learning process for me. He said that you respond to volume pretty well, because every time he wrote me a program, I'd always keep say, oh, there wasn't enough. I keep upping the volume and upping the volume, and then where once you looked at the research, you find that it's 5 to 9 days. So I tried 5 days, working the body parts every 5 days, and I was actually able to improve strength more with 5 days than I was more 7. But I would also have 2 workouts for each body part, which also could fall into that. So let's say you had one leg day that was dominant around the squat, and then the other leg day was dominant around the deadlift. So you could rotate those 2 days, squat dominant day, then the next time it comes around, deadlift dominant day. And that's another way to keep the frequency going. But it doesn't even have to go with body parts. It can go with whole body workouts, or the even HIIT workouts. If you're repeating them more frequently, more of the benefits that come with volume, more of the benefits that test your recovery, higher calorie burning, and things like that is not always just about gaining muscle or gaining strength and things like that. Because remember, when you're going for fat loss, it's about calorie burn and how you can set yourself up to burn more calories. So I was reading studies with higher intensity exercise. So this was weight training. This was a weight training study where they performed their 6 or 8 rep max and rested maybe like 15-20 seconds, and then performed as many reps as possible with that same weight, and then I believe they repeated that only once in this study. But anyway, their not basal metabolic rate, it's called EPOC, the amount of calories they burn extra, excess post-oxygen consumption, the amount of calories that they burned above their normal metabolism was about 400 calories more, and that lasted for up to 36 hours, or no, over the next 24 hours, sorry. So that's kind of the deal there. So if your workouts come more frequently, you have that extra calorie burning effect, which could also help your fat loss, and things like that. So don't think of it as just being about gaining muscle, and it could be to your advantage to lose fat also, because even if you're not thinking about that extra calorie burn, if you get stronger, you can lift heavier weights for the same reps and burn more calories also. So it's stuff to think about with frequency. Also with lagging body parts, okay? Because some people will say, okay, well, this is my shoulder day. I'm just going to do more work, and I'm going to limit it to 1 day. So you will eventually adapt to the 7-day thing and just having more shoulder work. So, or time constraints, and you can spread that extra workout over more days. Okay, so in either model, I mean, even if it was just 3 days a week, and you said, okay, extra shoulder work here, and you can't have any extra there. But that is a way of increasing your volume, and a way that you can do things to help you get more results there. So I just use these because that's what was written in the program. But it could be applied to anything as long as you can recover. So you still got to get your sleep right. You still have to eat. You still have to eat better or eat well. You can't use frequency to mask bad habits, but frequency, working out performing the same workouts more often or on a shorter cycle, can still be helpful for you as far as getting your goals are concerned.